What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, July the 26th. We are looking at the MLB Prizepicks plays for today, so let's get started. As always, if you enjoyed the videos, appreciate a like button, subscribe if you have not already. Check out some other links in the description. I did some best ball drafts over the weekend. It's about that time, so look to Underdog Fantasy if you haven't signed up there. Use my code process for a deposit match up to $100. First props, we're looking at a couple strikeout props today. First one, we're taking the over, is 6Ks on Kenta Maeda going up against Seattle. He's been striking out a lot more recently, averaging 7.25 in his last 5 starts. He's had 3 at least with 8 strikeouts and 2 with 9Ks. Just struck out 9 against Seattle in his most recent start. He's going up against them once again. So you do have a lot of swing and miss on this Mariners team, and Maeda's kind of been pitching better. Got off to a terrible start this year with the ERA, but he's bounced back a bit with the strikeouts, and he's been pitching better recently. So definitely think it's a good spot for a push, and definitely can expect him to get you over 6Ks today. Second strikeout prop is going to be Jose Barrios, another one that's an even 5, or is an even number. This one's at 5. He's always been a pretty good strikeout pitcher for his career, and getting him at 5Ks against the Dodgers, who are middle of the pack against strikeouts, is a spot where I want to be. He has been good with the Ks recently. 9 against in his most recent start against the Padres. He had 8 against Oakland, 8 against the Red Sox, and the Dodgers. Expect him to get you at least 5 today. Wouldn't be surprised if this gets up to 5.5. And same thing with Maeda. I think he could get up to 6.5. Then we got a couple fantasy props I'm looking to. First one is Adley Rutschman. It's one of the few Orioles that we have here, hitter fantasy-wise. You have him and Henderson, but I like Rutschman more. It's a really good number at 6.5, going up against a lefty and Christopher Sanchez. Rutschman is a switch hitter. He has power on both sides of the plate. Maybe a little bit more power on the right side, so that's going to benefit him to maybe get you an extra base or a home run today. And I do think this game will be a little bit higher scoring. You got Kramer and Sanchez going at it, and you got two pretty good offenses, even though the Phillies have been hit or miss with their offense. But Orioles can put up some runs, and Sanchez isn't going to go super deep into games. So I like Rutschman at 6.5 over. Second over is Lane Thomas is at 8 flat. Going up against the Rockies' bad bullpen, and they're coming off of just a tremendous series against the Giants where they put up a lot of runs in basically all the games and showed some power. And Thomas has been really good for them throughout the series, 37, 9, and 17 against the Giants. He's been really locked in. He is their best power hitter. He gets on base a good amount, and he's always gives them good RBI opportunities as well, batting in the middle of the lineup. So I'm taking him over against the Rockies, who give up a ton of runs just with not having great pitching staff, not having great bullpen, as not a lot of guys want to go there just because they're going to be pitching a lot in cores, and that's just going to hurt their ERA. So I think if the Nats can stay hot, it's going to be Thomas, one guy that can continue to carry them. And then the final piece is Jose Ramirez. His number's at 8.5. Definitely had opportunities. If you took his fantasy yesterday, bases loaded with nobody out, and he got a pop-up that shallow pop-up in the outfield. Wasn't enough to score a run, but he definitely gives you opportunities. This year he's been struggling a little bit more with the power. You still like to see him give you opportunities to steal bases and when he's on there, but the RBIs, he's kind of fallen off a little bit. He has a lot of opportunities, hasn't been able to cash in. Going up against the Royals this series, another team with a bad bullpen, and he's going up against Yarborough, lefty, to start. So, he's a switch hitter, but I think it's going to benefit him going up against just not a guy that strikes many people out, and just not having a great bullpen either. So those are the 5 props I'm looking at today. Maeda over 6Ks, Barrios over 5 strikeouts, and we're taking the over 6.5 on Rutschman, over 8 on Lane Thomas, and over 8.5 on Jose Ramirez. So best of luck if you are going to be using these. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all next time.